Hi everyone, Sandra Bale here at Homesteading Ways, and today I'm going to show you how to make fruit and yogurt roll-ups. So making your own fruit and yogurt roll-ups is actually quite easy. You take about a cup of pureed fruit, and berries or bananas are usually the best because they already start off soft. And you take about a cup of yogurt. That's my homemade yogurt. It's a little bit on the thin side, but it works wonderful for this. You can always add more fruit if you like, but don't overdo the yogurt. It's better if there's more fruit than yogurt, or equal amounts. Just mix these together. That's about what it'll look like. You don't need to add any extra sugar. I mean, you can if you want. If you want to add a little honey, but my yogurt was already sweetened with a little honey, and there was some vanilla in there. You can use commercial yogurt too. Just don't use the kind of yogurt that has fruit on the bottom. Okay, so next we're going to pull out our dehydrator trays. Mine are lined with parchment paper. If you have the fruit leather inserts that go on here, they're just the same material only without holes, then you don't need the parchment. But you put your parchment out here, and I like to do round circles. A lot of people will do it the full length, or one giant piece, which is fine too, but I like doing the circles because then it's kind of a little bit more like individual serving sizes. And that's pretty much what you do. You want to thin them out as much as you can so there's no big thick spots. And you can get quite a few on each tray, depending upon what kind of dehydrator you have. Now in this dehydrator, the Excalibur, it's going to take me about 5 hours to dry these. And when they're all done, we'll come back and take a look at them, and I'll show you how I store them. Okay, it's been about 6 hours and they're done. They look a little shiny, but they're not at all sticky, and that's exactly what you want. You can peel them up like that if you want, but I'm not going to, and I'll show you why in a minute. I also wanted to mention that you can do this in your oven as well. Just line a cookie sheet with parchment paper. You can spread it all out in one big sheet if you like, or you can do the round circles like I did. Put your oven on the lowest setting it has. Mine is 170. Start checking them after about 3 hours. I had the dehydrator set on 135, and that took me about 6 hours. So I wanted to also say you can do pure fruit. You don't have to do the yogurt. You can do bananas or mangoes and berries, or mix them all together. It's just, if you use bananas, you're going to want to add a little lemon juice to them, just so you don't get that discoloration, the browner color. But you can let your imagination run wild and do all kinds of stuff with them. Also, the good thing about these is they're tasty, they're sweet, and there's no preservatives, no high fructose corn syrup. If you do have a little bit more tart fruit, go ahead and add a little bit of sugar or honey to them. That's fine. And the other thing I was going to mention is that you can use frozen fruit as well. Just let it thaw out and then mash it, or put it in your blender, your food processor, whatever. You just want as many lumps out as possible. So I was going to show you the way I store these. I started with this top one. All I do is cut out the paper around each one, and then I put them in a baggie like this. That way they don't stick together, and then you have one piece. You don't have one giant one. Maybe you just want one, maybe you want two. You can store them on your countertop if they're going to be eaten fairly quick. But if they're not, go ahead and store them in your fridge. And that's because of the yogurt in there. If you're making the pure fruit ones, then you don't really need to. They should be fine. Well, I hope you liked the video. I appreciate you watching it. Please comment and subscribe. I'll be talking to you soon, and you take care.